Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous_. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram right now and follow us at hookah_anonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, the infamous video of a bishop, leading his church, being robbed while he's inside of his church. Now, I know I said it sounds crazy. I know when it first happened, people sitting there, oh my God, how can people sitting there running the church and rob the church? People are going crazy these days. But I had a different take on it, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was fake at first and staged, because if you actually watch the video, which can be found on our official Instagram page and the link I pinned in the comments, everything just seemed staged. Even the guy that was in the back, in the video, I think he was wearing black, more towards the left. He didn't move, nor did he flinch. He just sat there almost as if he knew the suspects or just knew that they wasn't going to do any type of harm to him, right? And there's a lot of reports going around that these guys robbed the church, but no, like I said, these guys didn't rob the church. To be honest with you, they probably wouldn't have even ran in there had this bishop wasn't in there, but they probably felt that this was the perfect time to do it because ain't no other time they gonna catch him. And if you ask me, they robbed a bishop that was very, very loud, flamboyant with his lifestyle while showing off his high pricey jewelry and $500,000 cars while receiving money from the church, right? Meanwhile, this man and his wife is sitting here in the middle of the trenches, Canarsie, Brooklyn. For y'all that's not really too much familiar, that's the same place that Pop Smoke is originally from as well. So you got this bishop here, him and his wife driving high-end cars, drop top Rolls Royces, Lamborghini trucks, and $1 million worth of jewelry, thinking that they're not gonna ever get touched in the middle of the trenches. I don't know if y'all seen the picture of how the place looks, but it looks crazy. It looks crazy. I don't even know how or why he felt comfortable doing what he was doing and then got the nerve to go into that little area acting like he wasn't going to get touched at some point in time. Nonetheless, in Canarsie, Brooklyn. Alright. However, like I always say, protect your energy, y'all, because we're living in a social media era where people will do anything to gain attention and sympathy from people for whatever motive that they have. So there's no telling what's real or not these days. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm a little shaky about this. So I felt that this was a perfect topic to talk about. All right, let's get into what occurred, right? Now, the incident that unfolded around 11:14 a.m. in Brooklyn's Canarsie neighborhood, it said that he was leading his morning service when 3 to 4 armed men entered looking, quote unquote, specifically for him. He said as he laid on the floor, one of the men put a gun to his back. One of them, he said, also pointed the gun at his child's face. And I actually watched the live that he did after this whole situation. And this is another thing. I don't know what's going on with this pastor, man, but he just seems, a lot of his ways seem strange. Right after this situation happened, he decided to go live and talk about it. And I honestly think that he was lying or maybe just fabricating on that part of them pointing the gun at his child's face, because I think he said his child's either 3 or 8 months. I think 8 months. 8 months years old, right? Excuse me, 8 month years old. So let's be real. Who's pointing a gun at an 8-month-year-old face? It's no logical reason as to why they will be pointing a gun at an 8-month-year-old face. Even if you want to say, oh, they probably did it so he could give up everything. He was giving up everything he had, period. It was no reason for them to point a gun at that 8-month-year-old's face. So I think that part was just fabricated for, maybe some type of sympathy or to make it feel like, the story more, You see what I'm saying? Now, also, Miller says here, he says they took his watch, his ring, and his wedding band. Then they felt that Miller Whitehead had chains under his shirt. So one of the men, quote unquote, ripped my collar off just to get my jewelry, he said. Miller Whitehead said he felt he was in danger and would have been a bad situation if he had resisted. Yeah, like I said, I think he's a good storyteller. I think a lot of this, he tried to like hype up so, you know, guys could feel it more, like people could have a little more sympathy. When he say things like they ripped my collar off just to get my jewelry. Come on, man. Sometimes you can just see through the cap sometimes. But anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna try to sway y'all opinions, whatever. Now it says here, Bishop Lamar Miller Whitehead was live streaming his Sunday sermon at the Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches in Brooklyn when he asked his congregation, quote, "How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die?" Moments later, 3 masked people armed with guns entered the church. He was seen saying, "All right, all right, all right," as Miller Whitehead got down on the ground and lay flat on his stomach, according to clips of the incident, which was captured on live stream. One of the intruders stood over Miller Whitehead, appeared to take objects from the pastor, and walked off with him. Now, this is another thing, because I was searching, I really can't find any, maybe I'm wrong, but there's no other clips of Miller Whitehead and his sermon. I could be wrong, like I said, maybe it's not too much on YouTube, maybe I got to dig a little deeper. I didn't have his Instagram to really see anyway, but I haven't seen that many clips of his live stream where he would go live stream regular, so I could be like, all right, well, maybe he regularly do this. However, it just seems like out the blue he's live streaming, and then next you know that stuff gets caught on camera, and I don't know. Like I said, y'all let me know if y'all seen any other previous live stream of Miller Whitehead. Now, it's being said that the intruders made off with more than $1 million in jewelry belonging to Miller Whitehead and his 38-year-old wife, the New York City Police Department said in a statement to the Washington Post, adding that an investigation is ongoing and no arrests were made by late Monday. It says, now after the incident, 44-year-old Miller Whitehead said in the Instagram post, he said, quote, "I want justice, I want these men arrested," and added that he's offering a $50,000 reward for the arrest and capture of the perpetrators. Yeah, see, first of all, what is a bishop doing with more than $1 million in jewelry at a sermon? You know, why do you need over $1 million in jewelry at your sermon, especially being in the trenches of Canarsie, Brooklyn? And to double back on things to make it a little more weird, he's offering $50,000 for the arrest and capture of the perpetrators. So this is like, here's what I gotta say about this, right? If y'all following our official Instagram, which is Hookah Anonymous _, we posted a TikTok showing this man driving multiple $500,000 cars, sporting Gucci and Fendi suits, Louis Vuitton shades. Him and his wife dripped in designer and jewelry. And then he's also trying to convince people that he does real estate in New York. Listen, y'all. Now, I'm totally understanding of pastors and bishops being humans, and they may like, you know, the finer things in life as well. You know, we see TD Jakes and guys like that wear designer stuff. But at some point, you have to draw the line and realize that you are stunting in front of these churchgoers who are giving you money in the name of the Lord. You know, and some people barely surviving, but gotta watch you live like a rapper. It's just not gonna work. And there's people in the comments of the initial video saying that people got no chill for running up in the church. But the thing is, they're not there to rob the church. They're there to target the bishop who's flaunting a lavish lifestyle in front of a bunch of people in the middle of the trenches. You see what I'm saying? $500,000 cars, $1 million in jewelry, Gucci and Louis and Fendi suits, stunting on Instagram. You think you're not going to get caught? You're making yourself just as much as a target as any rapper or celebrity out there. What's different? You got the same thing they got, so why not? And you know what's funny, y'all? Maybe a little off topic, But Creflo Dollar, you know, the famous Creflo Dollar who's been around for decades preaching. He's on BT, very famous. He just came out recently and admitted that his teachings on paying tithes were quote unquote not correct. You know, now he made a statement during one of his sermons on July 3rd, and he said, quote, "I would argue that tithing isn't required or even encouraged for believers in Jesus Christ." But guess what? Duh. You see what I'm saying? And it's sad that some people actually have to be told that. And some pastors, bishops, churches, whatever, they use the vulnerability people have towards their beliefs against them and make huge profits. It's times where people are donating money to churches that they themselves don't even have, but yet they find a way to get it just to give to the church in the name of Jesus Christ. Now, some churches, don't get me wrong, they may use some of it for the betterment of the church, but when you got a pastor rocking Gucci and Fendi suits riding around $300,000-$400,000 cars, what you expect them to believe and what you expect to happen? Now, I'm not downplaying anybody's beliefs. You know, religion, like I said, that's a touchy subject that most times I stay off. But this is just downright wrong, man. I don't understand how this man is really doing what he's doing and expected not to be robbed or at least get touched or something. You in the middle of the jungle, pretty much. Top down Rolls Royces, Lamborghini trucks. Come on, y'all. But anyway, I want to hear what you guys got to say about this, man. Jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel. Do y'all think that it was all a sham? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's real? Just let us know what you feel about this video personally, man. We gonna talk about it, discuss it. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.